Hi everyone, Michael Christie here, New West Symphony Music Director, celebrating the teachers of the Laby Harmony Program of Ventura. Our first teacher that we are highlighting this week in our Teacher Appreciation Week is Adam Gilson. Adam, thanks so much for being with us. Thank you for all the work that you do for these wonderful students. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first off, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I homegrown here in Ventura, California. Started playing the violin actually at Anacapa Middle School 27 years ago. Kind of at the time I started playing because there was a girl that I had a crush on since second grade. And and my mom said, hey, you might want to impress her in sixth grade. And we became friends. Then I told her my sophomore year, my feelings about her. And she said, no, I don't think so. Very politely. But life being what it is, I progressed and ended up, teaching on the side, working with special ed kids at De Anza Middle School. And then we reconnected about 11 years ago. And she's actually sitting over there working right now. We've been married for about 5 years now. So it's just kind of fun how, things intersect. But I play the violin and I teach a violin viola with advanced and intermediate strings at De Anza Middle School, as well as I've been subbing the beginner violins at Sheridan Way.
Can you just give us a little bit of a window into the experience that you're having with the students now? Everything's online.
Well, I'll tell you, I think that the kiddos have been so much faster to adjust than the adults. It's just been really impressive how quickly. I think just because I've gotten the opportunity to work with adults and children through Zoom at this point, and their ability to get on, they're there, they're ready to go,
Wow.
and I think the biggest challenge for me teaching has been that, especially for the newer students, the beginner students, is that you really need to, you want to get in there, and when they're holding the bow wrong, you need to get in there and move things, and you just can't. So
It's such a tactile thing, so that tiny little motion of exactly how their fingers should be placed, etc.
absolutely, yes, the fundamentals, which are the most important thing early on. The more advanced students that I have, you tell them, when you have to say something like that they're on it already and they can move forward from there. But that's been just kind of like the biggest thing, the technology the kids get. But you can really see just how it pans out when you're actually looking at it from the levels of which they're actually playing in. And I think for me, the thing that the most, the thing that brings the most joy, or the thing that feels best in the classroom setting, is like that moment when they get it, they get something right, and not just like not just the instrument or just the musical thing, but just like something about life. I don't know, like when life becomes less murky for them. That's like the best. I love that.
It's the Academy of Technology and the Arts, and this is the string orchestra.
So as you interact with these children, what do you feel like's happening in their lives now? Do you get a sense of how the daily routine's working for them and how music's fitting into their lives?
That's actually the cipher. That's the enigma that I work with now, because of how much, this is the new normal. So trying to understand how to work with each as a group or individually, has been very challenging. And I think the one thing that is pretty apparent is that the concept of time and how much time they actually had or didn't have is starting to really it's starting to coalesce around them. So when you ask them, did you practice between now and last Monday, 7 days, how much did you practice? Well, I didn't have any time. I was like, well, what did you do? Because I was like, I don't know. And they don't know, but I don't fault them for that. It's just, this is just a really hard thing to navigate. So what I see mostly for them is kind of just coming to a different understanding of time and scheduling and routine, which is particularly difficult, I think, when you don't have routine.
Adam, as your students and people watching this video are finding ways to confront and live in this time that we have, I wonder if you could suggest a piece of music that means something special to you, something that helps transport you into the time that you want to spend.
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Butterfly Lovers Concerto. It was written, I believe, back in the 50s by two Chinese composers. And it is just, I don't know, within the first 20 measures, you're just taken away. It's just a wonderful piece, just to move you into that zone, that place of peace.
Awesome. Adam Gilson, you're a hero to all these students, and we really appreciate you, and particularly happy to acknowledge all the work that you do for all the students that you touch during this Teacher Appreciation Week. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.